Cedar Point needs this, and if you don't know what I'm talking about that lumber, that timber, them planks, the kindling, the morning wood, baby!
What do you mean by that?
Welcome back to the channel. My name's Coaster Freak Jr., and today we're taking a look at Cedar Point's biggest scandal. Well, kind of, because today we're talking about Cedar Creek Mine Ride and why the heck is it still at Cedar Point? That ride should have been gone years ago, but obviously it has seen some things. As this ride is 53 years old, it knows Cedar Point's deepest and darkest secrets. I'm talking about the dirty gym socks, baby. Putting all the scandals and mysteries to the side, we're going to be talking about a good replacement roller coaster for Cedar Creek Mine Ride, as it sits smack dab in the middle of Frontier Town, which is, you know, themed to the western old days of the US. I mean, I guess they had cowboys like overseas. I don't know, but you get the gist of it. It sits right smack dab in the middle of Frontier Town, the western part of Cedar Point, right over, you guessed, the creek. So today, I want to talk about the perfect replacement. We talked about a replacement for Corkscrew, we talked about a replacement for Gemini, and now it's time to talk about a replacement for Cedar Creek Mine Ride. Now, I mentioned this roller coaster in my Gemini replacement video, but we're going to be talking about a GCI Woody roller coaster, which I think is a perfect idea to put in the middle of Frontier Town if you're not going to replace Gemini. So let's get into why Cedar Point should go with a GCI Woody roller coaster over any other options out there. And the first reason is because Cedar Point badly needs a wooden roller coaster. Blue Streak is the only wooden roller coaster left standing in the park, and it is very, very old. Don't get me wrong, it still does offer some great rides considering how old it is, but Blue Streak is not that fast, Blue Streak is not that tall, it's not that long of a ride, and it features the classic out and back layout style, which is very outdated compared to the new wooden roller coaster layouts of today. And that brings me to the second reason why Cedar Point badly needs a family coaster. They do not have that many family coasters. They got the biggest and the baddest of the world, but when it comes to family rides and the more chill but yet still thrilling roller coasters, they do not have a lot to offer in that area. As Iron Dragon is a family ride, but it just doesn't really hit that well. And what else do you have? Corkscrew. Corkscrew is, again, not that good of a roller coaster at all, and I think we all can agree that Corkscrew is on its last legs, as most of the aero roller coasters have been getting removed around the country. Now, while I do think Corkscrew will be replaced by a family roller coaster, I think it will be a more thrilling adventure. It will probably go upside down to replace Corkscrew's iconic midway corkscrews, but I just don't see them replacing it with a wooden roller coaster, as that chance is very slim, which brings us back to reason number one: Cedar Point badly needs wooden roller coasters. So we've established that they need wooden roller coasters, and we established that they need a family roller coaster, which is why GCI Woody is perfect, because they're not too extreme, families can ride them, and the best part about them is they are super smooth. You're not going to get a Mean Streak 2.0, you're not going to be fighting Jake Paul on the roller coaster, getting out the ring, boxing Mike Tyson. You're going to get off the ride feeling amazing, like you just rode a steel roller coaster. Now, of course, that's a little bit of over exaggeration. There's going to be a little rocking. It's a wooden roller coaster, for crying out loud. Grow up. But it's still going to be an enjoyable ride experience. And if we're going to go wooden, GCI is the way to go, as GCI gives us some phenomenal layouts like Mystic Timbers and the Redux of Mystic Timbers, Prowler. I could go on and on down the list of all the amazing GCI Woody roller coasters that are out there, but I won't. But if you haven't ridden a GCI wooden roller coaster yet, I highly recommend that you do, especially if you're someone that has a more negative outlook on wooden roller coasters. I think a GCI Woody will definitely change your mind. Now, we talked about the reasons why Cedar Point should go with a GCI Woody, but let's talk about the advantages of placing a GCI Woody in Frontier Town in replacement of Cedar Creek Mine Ride versus putting it on the main midway with Gemini. Obviously, bringing a wooden roller coaster into that area of Frontier Town, there's lots of sheds, there's lots of wood, it's just old western theme, which always just has more of a woody feeling to it. Plus, Cedar Creek Mine Ride sits over the creek, which makes a lot more sense. It's a very relaxing area, by the way. You should check it out if you haven't been back there to that side of the park yet. But it's a very relaxing area, and it's just more of an embodiment of wood. It's There's lots of wood everywhere. It makes sense to put a wooden roller coaster in a woody area versus putting a big steel roller coaster over there. Now it's time to talk about the theming, because this is a very important part of Frontier Town, as it's the most heavily themed part in Cedar Point. Now I'm thinking that Cedar Point should double down on the whole mine cart idea, and they should just update it. You get rid of Cedar Creek Mine Ride, give it a new name that has something to do with a runaway mine cart, give the actual trains, turn them into mine carts, and let's get it going. Let's build some tunnels, let's build some sheds, we can theme it up, you know. I don't even know, like maybe like bandits. It could be something related to bandits. Maybe you just stole the bandits' gold out of the mine shaft and now they're chasing you. Like, there's so many things that you can do with having a themed roller coaster to Frontier Town. It does not have to just be mine. It could be a runaway train ride. You know, cowboys like to rob banks and then hop on the train. It could be something about that. I think, you know, you already have Maverick, so it's not going to be about riding horses. So like maybe a bull. Like, I know cowboys like riding bulls. Again, there's so many different things you could do. So I want to hear your guys' thoughts and opinions on theming for this roller coaster. What should the name be? What should the theming be like? What should the layout be like? Are there any key elements that you guys would like to see on this roller coaster if Cedar Point goes with the GCI route? And what should the trains for this roller coaster look like? I want to hear your guys' thoughts and opinions below. Make sure you drop a like and subscribe to the channel, and make sure you check out my previous replacement videos with Corkscrew and Gemini. It's been your boy Coaster Freak Jr. I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I'm gonna see you guys in the next video. I'm out. Peace.